Hi folks, got some new stuff to show you in the Creeper World 4 not beta. So let's jump right into this new mission and I will show you what we got going on. So first thing up, you'll notice there was an initial scan and we have some messages from our automated data analyzer on this world. So this particular world, nothing's happened for more than 100 years. There's a few satellites still in orbit, and one of them is transmitting some of its last received data, which includes this image. Looked like a pretty nice world that turned not nice pretty quickly. Have a few other messages here. We've got some structures left on this world that are interesting. They're almost pure carbon. At least they are now. So we have structures here and here. They look like they were cities. And here we have something else. Let's just zoom in on him and take a look. We don't know what that is yet, but we're gonna find out. Well, we'll just find out. So let's close our view here. We can see that it takes Liftic as input. That's what this little cube here in the beginning, in front of it, shows. Anytime you see that cube in front of a unit, it tells you if it needs that particular resource. Okay, so let's also take a look at the rest of the mission to get a layout here. We've got some other structures here, nice, lots of resources though. Look like there used to be some farms here that got carbonized, kind of like in that picture we saw. Here we have, it looks like a crashed ship and it left some goodies. Well, that's nice. We have some ARG and some anti-creeper and lots of energy. I'll show you how these energy pods work in just a minute. And then we have some standard enemies, some spore launchers, some emitters. We've got a totem here and here and here. So 3 totems. They all need Liftic. We have an info cache here. We hook up to it, we get a message. No message in it yet. This mission's in development. We've got some trees that we want to save. So let's get right to it. Now, in this mission, I'm gonna start here. And I'm going to bridge over to these capacitors because they contain energy already. Now before I let the mission run, I'm going to come down here, and these energy pods, they will also supply energy. They can supply packets just like the lab can. So we can start building down here. Now I'm going to put one here to a little tower to hook things up. We can start building here, even though we don't have our lab connected to it yet, and we won't for some time. This is a distance, and there's going to be bad stuff over here, and this is too far to pylon across. So we're going to be able to operate off this stored energy. Now each of these pods is 500 energy. There's 6 of them here, so 3,000 energy. We can hold our own for a while, and I would like to do that in order to prevent the loss of these trees. So we also have some anti-creeper here, so let's build some weapons. We're going to need some weapons over here, and let's see if we can get these guys built before we flood in. 3 of those maybe, and then even a couple sprayers. Let's put those guys around. And because I've analyzed this mission and I know I know it's a good idea to do this. At least it's one strategy for doing this. I'm going to build a micro rift over here. Let's build him. Yeah, right here is fine. He requires ARG, 100 ARG to build, but we've got 200 ARG sitting over here, so he can build. That's one end of a wireless connection. So if we can get another micro rift built over here, if we can collect enough resources in time, then we can hopefully start supplying resources before this energy runs out. There are other strategies we might be able to upgrade a pylon and bridge this. We might be able to just fight around here quickly. We might do supply or porter delivery runs. There's a number of things we could do, but I'm going to use the micro rift strategy. So we're going to let him build, and I'm going to have to toggle between these guys. Okay, he's built now. And in order to keep tabs on what's going on, we have a ready stash of energy that has been made available to us from these capacitors. So I'm going to let's get connected to the this Redon fairly quickly, and we need to take advantage of this area here. Lots of either energy or anti-creeper can come from this area. So I'm be a little careful not to overbuild too much. I'm doing it, but these guys are about to come online. As soon as they do, we'll get a big boost in energy. Down here, we have already begun engagement with the enemy. So let's see if we can manage this. Okay, so mortars are doing their job. Let's see if we can get him forward up there. Okay, cannons to the ready. Let's get that sprayer on the front line too. This guy, we might as well get him. I'm going to rush this area. That's the plan anyway. Okay, I can't. That'll do just fine right there. Let's get some more mortars up here. I think we're going to need more. Let's get everybody working. And charge forward and take the initiative here. And I'm going to pause and get back to this because we are seriously energy positive now, and I need to continue this build out. Build. Yeah, fine. We'll have to reposition him a little different. That's fine. And we want to rush over here. And a good way to rush is to get our packets moving as quickly as possible. We can do that with these pylons. Okay, that's good there, yeah. And I know we're going to need some mortars, and we're going to need some cannons, and we're going to need a factory. Yeah, no good to hook up to these guys without a factory. That was a little bit of a goof up there. I should have already done that. Yeah, let's let her run and build a few more of these miners. I'm going to run some towers along the edge here because that will allow us to build these guys like this. Now I'm building so many of them because, well, I will need the energy. There's no doubt about that, but I also will need some anti-creepers, so I will be turning some of them right there. That's a good one. There we go. I will turn some of them so that they produce anti-creeper. And let's get our Greenar refineries going. So we've got some crystals stuck around here. That one's fine. Keep him in range, and then we will need one here. That should, once we've converted some of these to dispatching blueite so that the factory can make anti-creeper, that should complete our production needs. Down here, now we've got this guy, this denier. It projects this darkened area around it, and you can't operate in that area. A problem. So how do we reach the good stuff? How do we nullify him if we can't do that? That's where the Cronat comes in. The Cronat is an anti-denier field projector, so he will, at the cost of building it and operating it, it will allow us to enter this denied area. So we need to get him built so that we can advance, and hopefully we will be able to eventually get in range and we can nullify him, and then we wouldn't need the Kronats anymore unless a disaster happens. Now we are sitting at 1:51. I'm going to need some missile defenses. I'm gonna put just a few around, and then I'm going to backfill the rest with some Minutemen, some guys that I just stick around. I've got a couple here already, and that's probably okay. Let's put one more back on our island here, and in case missiles or spores get through our missile defenses, which we're going to struggle to operate them and power them, because I need to also be building another micro rift on this end because of my chosen strategy to use a micro rift to supply resources here. They both, micro rifts and missile launchers, they need ARG. They need this red resource in order to supply them. So let's go ahead and start the building, because we can't wait. We run out of resources down there. We're in trouble. Anyway, having a few cannons stuck around, they can start to backfill the need to deal with spores. If a spore gets through, a cannon can clean up any creeper it might deposit before it does too much damage. I just have to be mindful when the spores come, look at their trajectory, see where they're going to land, and then hopefully have a cannon nearby that I can deploy to deal with the spore if it looks like it's going to hit. Oh gosh, we didn't connect these guys properly. It's okay. I'm making a little bit anti-creeper now, and I'm going to start to switch a few of these over as new miners come online. Now down here, that Kronat it's built and it's about to charge. There we go. So we've just uncovered this much. So now we can advance. We need to build up some resources here. Oh, you know what? Something else I'm neglecting. This map has urns. These entangled rift nodes. They're buried though. So let's see if we can unbury them. Let's put a guy here and a terp here, and there's even one over here. Let's see if we can get in range and not squish any trees. There we go. That will get, and there'll be one here, but I think we can use this terp once he's dug this one up. Those urns can be used to give us global upgrades in our urn portal, or they can be installed on individual units. So there's this button here now called urn, and you can install it into a unit and it supercharges it. We're going to use that. So let's let her go. And let's move here. This stuff is going to try to sneak around on me, isn't it? Yep. We need more weapons. Now, if you care about score, you don't want to build more weapons than you need. You want to use what you've got effectively, because every time you build a weapon, you can see the C2 in a little dialogue that pops up beside it. There's a C2 cost. That's a command and control cost, and most weapons cost you 30. That adds 30 to this military score, and you can see the score is calculated starting from 10,000 minus the time in seconds, minus your military score, plus your eco score. So there's 688 trees, and I've not lost a single one yet. So I'm doing good on the eco. That sums together to give you your score. So the more weaponry you build, the lower your score. The longer you take, the longer your score. The more trees you save, the higher your score. So they, at least that's the formula right now. Don't hold me to it. So I know we're gonna need another guy up here. When these guys are built, okay. I know I'm pausing a lot. That's because the beginning of this mission is critical, and I don't want to fail. Not quite yet. So let's build out some more of these miners while we have the energy to do it. Use up, because we've got some stored capacitors here. We're flush on that, so we can dump some in there. And actually, let's take a whole load of them and turn them into bluite. That'll hurt our energy production because we just turn a bunch of them away from energy, but it'll really increase our anti-creeper production. And it won't hurt to have a sprayer or 2 or 3 stuck around. Now, how are we doing down here? Our energy, you know, we're doing pretty good on energy. We're still operating off pods. Of course, that's less than half built, this micro rift. So, yeah. We don't have any urns dug up yet, but when we do, we're going to need this portal. So let's build him. Let's manage our front. I think I'll just build a few towers over here. Any creeper wants to sneak around. And our advancing front, we need to advance on it. So let's see if we can sneak in here. Sprayers are really good against when you have to fight in low terrain like this, because they don't just shoot the creeper, they leave a little anti-creeper around. In fact, let's set him to always on to flood the area. Cannons are good for, they're not really good when they're fighting low and having to shoot high, because they can't. So you need to take the hills when you can. Get him up here just like that. Bring in another one. I would like another sprayer down here. Let's get some more. Let's build another mortar to get him in range. Okay, all right, so we have, zoom out. We have our first spore attack. Now that's interesting. He's going to hit off land, but he could flood on the land, and we don't have to have him here just yet. So I'll build a couple in replacement, have him over here, and hopefully, well, you know what? He's going to cross within range of this particular missile launcher, so there's a chance this missile launcher could take him out. I believe he will. This guy, he's coming in on a very high trajectory because he launched from, well, he launched from over here. I'm not sure. It looks like he's out of range of this missile launcher, so he's going to clobber some trees. Let's get over here and deal with him with our cannon. And while we're at it, let's reposition our turret to dig this guy up. Our main base area is not threatened. Not by spores, not this time. Oh gosh, look at this. We better... yeah, let's just let him go. I'm going to build a few defenses over here. This creeper's is flooding around super fast. These guys, they're not going to be able to hold that, are they? Get him in range. I don't have enough artillery up here to deal with it. Oh yeah, okay, so good job. Want to lose some of these trees. There's not a lot I can do about it till these guys get built. So let's go back down here. We've got 2 urns available. Let's try this. Want an urn. One of the urns will dock. Down here, we took a hit. You know, we've lost some trees, but not as many as we would have lost otherwise. And we've got our micro rift nearing completion. Okay. And here we need to let this go. I'm gonna earn one of those guys. At least one available. Let's go to our portal and increase the fire range of all weapons. Alright, he got his urn first. Oh gosh, we've got blobs coming in. I forgot to build sniper defenses. It's not super tragic. I can take so many, but it doesn't hurt to have them scattered around. If he hits an infrastructure building, that's bad. If he hits a weapon, he'll just damage it. So he hit that cannon, not a big deal. And here goes our urn. Come on, come on. There we go. You guys get up here. And you know, I'm gonna have to lose a few trees. Better a few than a lot. So we've got this supercharged mortar here with the urn installed. We've got a cannon doing his best. And we need more on the front lines. Particular mortars. Now our rift has completed, and look at that. We have plenty of energy to spare. These guys will continue to dispatch energy though, because they are closest. So they will dispatch their energy first and not impose their energy requirement burden on our main lab just yet. I think we've got plenty of surplus right now though, so I think we can handle it when it comes online. So yeah, let's build. So much to do. Let's earn one of these guys. There happens to be one right here. Let's put it to use. I've got 3 sprayers. I should continue my advance. I need to pull my mortars ahead. They need to bombard. I'm gonna have to build another Cronat, it looks like, to get a nullifier in range. Up here, so much. Up here we need to watch this front, and right here it looks like it's fairly contained. But I'm going to sneak it forward a little bit, because I'm just not happy with this this position. Keep him on the hill, because I don't want to get a breach here. And let's see if we can do something like that. More mortars. Okay, it's spore time again, and this guy, he's coming in. I think we're probably going to get missile coverage on him, but I want a cannon nearby. Oh, yep, look at that. So I only have 1 Minuteman. He can cover here. That's fine. Here I'm going to lose these trees. That's not the end of the world. You lose a few trees, obviously. It's just about the score, but I don't want to lose those trees. So who do I have that can get here? How far is he traveling? You know, he's already part of the way there. I can't build another one. I could pull a sprayer back. I got a cannon right here. He's the closest, right? he's going to hit here, so I've got to land. Alright, take him out. Let's redeploy him. Here he comes. Oh, he was in range. Just in range. Okay. I'll take it. And here he comes. Missiles took him out. No problem. Now, you know what? I've got energy. Let's quit messing around. Let's build a runway. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bombers. That ought to leave a mark. 6 anti-creeper bombers. These are new. And they're fun. So let's see. Let's build more miners. Miners? Yeah, let's build some up here. I will need to build a line of internal connections here, because I'm a little bit worried about the energy drain from all those bombers, but I won't have to be if I bring those online. Okay. So I've got a major front here. We're holding it. We're advancing here. We really need to get this guy nullified, because I want to hook this thing up so you can see what it does. We're going to need to build another Cronat, I think. Let's build him in a safe spot. We're getting bunched up here. See if we can move forward. I'm gonna build another mortar, so we can get some munitions on the ground. You know what? This is danger close. Only this mortar right here is keeping it from flooding around. They're doing a good job. There's an emitter right here, but this is a little close for comfort. So let's get the cannons built, and then we can put them here to seal this breach. Cronat's going to come online. We're holding the front. We're holding the front. I think I can do better on positioning. I've got this charged up cannon, and I might decide to release the urn from that cannon. You can do that. You can click one and release it, and then deploy it in another one. Of course, if I release it from here and I want it in a unit over here, you have to wait for it to travel. So there's a penalty. If you want to just toggle it between a couple units on the front line, you can. Cannons, mortars, sprayers can be useful. Even non-military units like a pylon. If you earn a pylon, then it has a super duper range. And for instance, I could have put a earned up pylon right here and bridged the gap here. That was another strategy besides spending all that ARG on the micro rift. Oh, we're just waiting on our runway now. Our energy, yeah, look at that. It was near capped out. More spores. He's in perfect shape. He's going to hit on this island in space, but he could flood onto the terrain, so I'm going to deploy a guy over there. Nobody else is hitting where we care right now. Let's go ahead, push on forward right here. Can't really hurt to blow up more creeper, can it? Missile took him out, no problem. Our missile defenses are doing a good job, actually. Oh, look at this. Now here we are in range. And so if we maneuver properly, we might be able to get this guy nullified. More guys forward. Do more damage deeper in the creeper. We have 4 urns, but they're all buried. They're living right here, so I'd really like to clear that area out. Let's see if we can get this guy nullified now. I know it's in the hole, but creeper keeps washing over this area. Of course, it wants to wash into the valley too. That's a little tight. Let's move our unupgraded mortars forward. Oh, he's taking it. He's taking it on the chin here. He's some damage. Keep a close eye. That's gonna help. Let's move our big boy forward. And we have him nullified. The area cleared out. Oh, look here. Not good. Look at that. Sneaking around. That's because I've moved too much stuff up north. Okay, alright. Go forward. We'll pick up this info cache. Like I said, I don't have a message in it yet, but info caches can contain messages. They pop up and they go to your ADA log. He was just collected, but no message, not yet. So now I just need to push. I need to get connected to him, and in order to do that, I need to clear out this creeper. To clear out that creeper, I have some new weaponry at my disposal. This area is doing great. At least he's holding the line. There's a little bit of a breach right here, but it gets pinched right here. This front down here is doing okay. I want to hook him up. In order to do that, let's saturation bomb the area behind him. So we have this digitalis that's grown, and it's conducting this river of creeper towards us. So let's bomb him with traditional bombers. Let's send in some anti-creeper bombers and have them strafe that area. Now, anti-creeper bombers have 2 modes of bombing. They have the circle bomb, and then they have the strafe bomb, but they deposit their anti-creeper in different ways. I'll show both of those to you. Hard to beat traditional bombers. They really knock it down. So here come our anti-creeper bombers. Nice job. Yeah, so that worked it down. We could actually punch in there now. Just for sake of demonstration purposes, though, I will, instead of having them bomb on a line, I'm going to have them just bomb in a spot, and you'll see how differently they deposit their payloads. But sure, let's take advantage of he's always on. He's always on. Regular bombers inbound. Here come our anti-creeper bombers. Instead of dropping it in a line, they're just going to drop one giant payload. Nice when you need to punch a hole in a relatively thin creeper and you need to keep that hole open. Right there. We really just need to defend this tower right here. And we'll be able to supply all the liftic this guy needs. Now this is a custom unit. Added some special support to RPL scripting. Did some graphic support, model importing support. I'll have tons of details on all that later. But it's a very powerful weapon. It fires 4 beams, and those beams slice through the creeper. Now the terrain occludes it, but look at that beam just clip the creeper as it sweeps around. It's like kind of like a dark beam from Creeper World 2, except it's not deadly to your units. It's only deadly to the creeper. It's not even deadly to the anti-creeper. Just the creeper. So you can see him rotate around and slice through the terrain, or through the creeper. Now unfortunately, a lot of the terrain is in the way. A lot of it's not though, so he's managing to destroy a lot of that creeper as he can shoot over it. Yeah, like right there. So that's a good use of Liftic. You can see he shoots out however far is necessary. Oh no, I'm not paying attention. Look at this, way out here in the outback. I'm gonna lose some trees. I can't get there in time. And that's a hit. And there go the trees. Right here, down, fire. Okay. You know, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Okay, so now, wow, we're doing some serious bombing. Let's change that to here and here, because I need to. This is the biggest push I need to make to destroy this, or to hook up to this totem. Let's see if we can rush now and get these totems. We've got the assistance of this beam a little bit, so that's going to help. But we've got to do the work to advance. Okay. I just pulled out my air support. You know, one thing that might help a little bit is if I nullify this emitter. Pull them forward. Okay, they're doing what they need to do. I'm gonna need more weaponry down here, or I need to get him out of the way. Up here, we're doing good though. I just need to move forward with a turret, and he can start to pull up some of these urns. And we've got one available. Let's apply it to fire rate. I think that's a good investment. The other ones we can probably put into individual units, because I need to advance on this front as well. Well, if I need to, then let's do it. Digging them up. Put it in another mortar. Down here, let's continue this push around here. See if we can't pinch this emitter. Okay. A little closer, a little more support. He can come around here. Fire right there should do the trick. We still got to drive through here. And we've got to push through here. Now I'm likely going to go away in just a minute, but I'll be right back. When you hear the dog start going crazy, then that's when I will take a small intermission. I'll pause the game, calm the dog down, and then come right back. Good bombardment. You know what? We need to cut him off at the source. We're going to use our air power for that. I could do it down here too. I've only got one Air Force though, so one at a time. Which one? Which one? We're about similar distances to both. Let's just take on this first guy. It's a longer run, so let's send the bombers over here, and let's send the anti-creeper bombers to do the same. I'm gonna have them bottom the line. I want to destroy this Digitalis. Let's pick some slightly different lines for a few of them. They're gonna have to work on it for a while. All right, we got spores. Okay, I'm gonna let them work the area. So they can work it down, and they can eventually cut that Digitalis. Gosh, this beam. If I had more turrets, I could cut a lot of this area. It really does a number right here when it sweeps through. If I time it right, that's when I should make my assault. And this guy right here is just, if I could get closer, I could terp that down. A little assistance here never hurts. Okay, yeah, they're bombing. Put him on a slightly different run. Told them to go out and bomb in this direction, so that's what they're gonna do. Still too much creeper there though. I don't know if it's gonna be enough. Maybe I should have cut in a different area where the beam, because of course I have to make it all the way here, so that's going to be part of the challenge. Now here's a totem I've not hooked up to. Let's hook up to him. I'll at least get a shield bubble from that. Oh, and down here. By the way, if you haven't noticed, this is a bigger and more complicated map than I usually demo. So some folks have been asking for that, so here you go. That doesn't mean that I play these maps all the time, or that there's not plenty of very casual maps, but I think he's going to get taken out. But this is a big map. and it's got multi-front operations. And for people who like to manage 500 things all at once, then this would be a good map for you. Go, you little blob, doing your little blob thing. Snipe, you got sniped though. How do I get there? These guys are not cutting it. Part of the problem is there's if we go to visibility and transparent creeper, you look down here in this area as I point to it. This area up here spawns creeper. It's breeder terrain. So there's just a lot to deal with over here. I don't really need to deal with it though. I just need to get to the totem. I just need to deal with it to that degree, and I've just got one. The other one is over here. So I don't have to solve the problem in totality. Just enough to get those totems activated. Let's get at least our weapons that are in range. A few of these can come to the front. I think it's actually easier to push here. A lot of the reason for that is the beam periodically clears it out, and I'm not near the production of creeper, which is up here, which is a huge amount. These guys are damaging the creeper, but they're not giving me the strategic advantage that I need. They're not cutting the digitalis. Maybe, well, there's a little bit of a beam that sweeps through there. Gosh. Alright. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, I'm back. I think. We'll see if I have to pause it again. Dogs. Okay, so we've got a couple urns that we can deploy. I'm fine on energy. Anti-creeper I'm not so fine on. Let's see if we can dispatch more blue light. Something bad just happened. What do we have? Pylon destroyed. My little... There he goes. Taken out by a blob. Look at that. It's time to build a sniper on the front line. Can't have too much of that going on. What now? Tower destroyed? Oh gosh, I wasn't paying attention. I lost more trees. No! No! The damage is done now. You know, I have plenty of ARG. I suppose I could have built more missile defenses, right? A little late now. At least that's what those trees are saying, but alright. And down here. I think we're able to do a push. Like so. Bring them forward. You know, just as soon as I get in range, I'm gonna want some more terps because that hill, that little hill right there is really, really annoying. These bombers, just not using them wisely. Let's go back to hitting the front line and just do this the brute force way. Bomb the front line, advance with our forces, rinse and repeat. Concentrate that firepower, because that kind of heavy bombardment will at least cut the digitalis. And of course I need to take advantage of this weakening on the front. Yeah, look at that blob. There we go. Whew. Down here. Similar deal. Now let's go terraform this guy away. Let's yeah, level 5. That ought to be, actually maybe not, maybe level 4 might be what it takes. We'll see. As soon as we can get in range, we'll know. Alright fellas, take the hill. Here we've really got some underutilized weaponry. All right, bit of a speed run there as I advanced towards these totems, and this guy I've got, and should achieve victory as soon as I can hook up to him. So just a little bit more. Guy activated. We're about to punch through. Almost. Don't have a connection here. Let's call in all hands here. This to the rescue. These big old bombs of anti-creeper. Just lost a sprayer on the front line. Come on, fellas. This digitalis is getting me, and gosh, I need a sprayer. Let's see it. Well, you know what? The anti-creeper that these guys are dropping is going to do it. Just enough for me to get connected. Oh, come on, babies. Come on. Get her built, get her charged. Barely holding on to this line. Going in. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and there we go. Whew. Not the best score, but you know, above 5,000, so I'll take it. Oh wow, what a fight! had to advance on multiple fronts. A whole deal up here, a whole deal down here, an advance here, bombers, ancient weapons made from custom units, you name it. So that's a preview of what we got going right now. And as always, thanks for watching.